Previously on MHW Season 2, Episode 1.
I have decided to scrap every single plan for tonight's show.
What?
Tonight becomes a 1-hour MHW World Championship coronation for the scientist Adam Ball. You have a secret.
Maybe when the lights went out, you two did one thing and one thing only. Bang! Bam!
Your first and last tournament match will be against the returning Alexander.
Samantha!
Into the silence, seeking the guidance I forgot. It's somewhere lost, lost to the cave.
Because I am a good person. I am a good person. And deep down, you know it.
Access to the light, somewhere love had bidden. I traced the earth.
Promise me what you said about King crying is true.
It is.
But whoever did attack, I absolutely love them. If I ever discover you were involved, I will send you to the hospital.
I'm gonna make a promise to God himself. Next time you and I are in the same ring together, I will expose you.
Right there. The closer you look, the more that starts looking less like a body shot and more like a low blow. And still, your MHW television champion, Lance Jones.
You know them?
No.
So, who are you?
Detective J.
Oh, shit.
We are proud to present to you Mixed Honor Wrestling, MHW.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mixed Honor Wrestling. We are live from the MHW Theater here in Los Angeles, California. I'm Greg Norton.
And I'm the Horseman Evans. Electric is one word for it, Greg. I'd say chaotic is more accurate.
The MHW Television Championship Tournament continues as Barry Leonard takes on Arjun Ray in what should be a very competitive opening contest.
Yuri Shibata takes on Lalanne, two very dangerous competitors with great match enders. Hannibal Moore takes on Renee. Renee made a mistake standing in Hannibal's way, and I guarantee you, Greg, he's going to pay for it.
The Natural Niles takes on Wonder Kid Gibson. This is a huge opportunity for both men to prove they belong in that next level of competition. And later tonight, Detective J is here along with Virginia May. After last week's developments, things are getting very interesting in the Sokolov investigation. Wait a minute.
No way.
We're supposed to be starting the tournament tonight, but listen to this crowd.
Alexander wasn't advertised tonight, Greg.
After what happened last week, I'm not surprised. Samantha stole the television championship from him.
Stole? The replay showed exactly what happened.
The replay Samantha chose to show.
Oh, please, Lance Jones beat Alexander. End of story.
That is not how a lot of people saw it.
What I see is a man who couldn't keep his emotions under control.
I see a man who got cheated out of a championship.
Listen to them. They're treating him like some kind of hero now.
You earn reactions like this when you fight through adversity.
Or when you spend months intimidating everyone around you.
Whatever you think of Alexander, nobody can deny his ability.
Ability isn't the issue. His attitude is.
You can feel the tension in this building.
Because everybody knows he's here for one reason. The general, the manager, Samantha. And if I were Samantha, I'd stay as far away from this ring as possible.
Alexander should be standing here, the MHW Television Champion right now.
Samantha, get out here right now.
Greg, Alexander ain't wasting any time tonight.
Wait a second, listen to this reaction.
You've got to be kidding me.
It's an unexpected visit from Sokolov. The former MHW World Champion is here.
This is the last person I expected to see tonight.
Sokolov returned to in-ring action last show against Hernandez, looking more dominant than ever.
And look at Alexander. He wanted Samantha, but he's getting an old friend instead.
These two men have a tremendous history together.
History, they practically built this company together.
Former tag team champions, former members of the Office, two of the most dominant athletes MHW has ever seen.
And let's not forget, Sokolov was world champion during those times before everything fell apart.
His reign was cut short after that mysterious attack that shocked the entire locker room.
A mystery we're still no closer to solving. The question right now is, why is Sokolov here tonight?
Alexander, it has been a long time. For those who don't know, I am Sokolov, and I will be facing Lance Jones next show for the MHW Television Championship. But us, Alexander, we came here together. We became tag team champions together. When MHW needed power, we gave it power. When MHW needed champions, we became champions. Then I became world champion, and now you stand here demanding justice, calling out Samantha. But I have one question. Why are you worried about Samantha when Adam Ball is world champion? Why are you chasing management? Why are you not chasing the biggest prize in this company?
Sokolov, a lot has changed since you've been gone. The reason I am not going straight for the World Championship is because Samantha made sure I could not. Drug tests, suspensions, rule changes, disqualifications. Every time I get close to a championship, Samantha moves the goalposts. And you know this. Because when we were in the office together, things were different. We were dangerous. But we did not need tricks. We won because we were better. Then you got hurt, and Samantha took complete control. Now every championship has an asterisk beside it.
No. The problem is not Samantha. The problem is you. You are the best wrestler in MHW. You know it. I know it. Everybody in this building knows it. And yet you spend your time fighting Samantha. You spend your time arguing. You spend your time looking backward. Meanwhile, Adam Bull walks around with your championship. Somebody attacked me and took months off my career. My goal is to find that person. But since they are hiding, I will make myself an easy target. But you have no excuses. Go, become a world champion for your family and for yourself.
You know Sokolov.
Oh, not again.
Now this is interesting.
The television champion is interrupting this conversation.
As he should. They've spent the last several minutes talking about championships and opportunities. Lance Jones deserves to be part of that discussion.
Hold on a second. Where's the television championship?
That's a good question.
The champion has come out here without the title.
Maybe he didn't think he needed it tonight.
Well, Alexander and Sokolov didn't invite Lance Jones out here tonight.
Sokolov just came back, and now he's face-to-face with the most talked-about champion in MHW. And next show, Lance Jones will be the first man ever to have beaten Alexander and Sokolov. Sokolov rarely lost as well.
No championship around his waist, no championship over his shoulder, but plenty to say, judging by that look.
Relax before anybody asks. No, I didn't bring the television championship. I left it with my hot girlfriend. Speaking of hot girlfriends, Alexander, how's Samantha doing? Come on, everybody sees it. You get special opportunities, special treatment, special attention. You expect me to believe that's a coincidence? And let's clear something up. Last week wasn't a body shot. It was a low blow. I know it. You know it. The fans know it. The referee just missed it.
Be careful.
Or what? You'll have Samantha suspend me too. Because honestly, the more I think about it, the more obvious this whole thing becomes. You and Samantha working together, you lose a title match, you get another opportunity. And sooner or later, Alexander becomes champion. What a surprise. And while we're exposing conspiracies, let's talk about Sokolov, the mysterious attack, the missing evidence, the dramatic comeback. You know what I think? I think you faked it. I think the office needed sympathy. I think MHW needed new rules. I think you wanted Alexander to become champion, but he screwed it up and now you're both standing here pretending you're not still part of the office. Matter of fact, if by some miracle you get attacked for real, I hope the guy who attacked you runs you over with a car.
Whoa!
Lance Jones took it too far. Damn!
Sokolov just laid out the MHW television champion. And if Sokolov's plan works, Sokolov will be the MHW television champion, and Alexander may finally be the MHW world champion. Coming up next, first round action in the MHW television championship tournament.
Arjun Ray versus Barry Leonard. Somebody's tournament dream ends tonight.
4 men tonight will advance from round 1. Barry Leonard and Arjun Ray both have their eyes on that television championship. Gold medalist Barry Leonard.
A man who surprised a lot of people in the World Championship League before crown or collapse.
The following is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Sioux City, Iowa, weighing in at 241 pounds, Barry Leonard.
Barry earned the respect of this audience. At Crown or Collapse, he competed for the MHW World Championship, and more importantly, he was never pinned and never submitted.
He didn't win, Greg.
No, but surviving that environment changed Barry Leonard's career.
Now he's got another opportunity, different championship, same goal.
And let's not forget the recent interactions between Barry Leonard and Alexander.
That's a dangerous friendship to have.
Or a useful one. Alexander clearly sees something in Barry.
Maybe, but tonight Barry is on his own.
Barry Leonard is ready.
Now it's time for a very different challenge.
And his opponent from Mumbai, India, weighing in at 279 pounds, Arjun Ray.
Here comes Arjun Ray.
6'6", 279 pounds, a frightening athlete.
And lately we've seen him spending a lot of time alongside Lei Jiang.
Smart move by both men.
Alliance or not, both still have to win their own matches tonight.
I'd rather have a giant like Arjun Ray watching my back than nobody at all.
Ray has all the physical gifts in the world. If he gets momentum in this tournament, he could be very difficult to stop.
He doesn't just want to advance, he wants to dominate.
The question is whether he can handle the pressure. The expectations have followed Arjun Ray ever since he arrived in MHW.
And for good reason. Look at the size of him, look at the power. Men built like that don't come around often.
Tonight is an opportunity to back up all that potential with results.
If I'm Barry Leonard, I'm not worried about potential, I'm worried about surviving.
Both men are ready.
This tournament continues with a physical clinic.
Arjun the Tiger Ray versus the Olympian Barry Leonard, and here we go. An enormous opportunity here tonight.
The television championship tournament trajectory can change here.
For Barry Leonard, this could be validation after coming so close to the World Championship.
And for Arjun Ray, it's a chance to finally establish himself as one of the elite competitors in MHW.
I'm also curious about this alliance we've seen developing between Ray and Lei Jiang.
They understand strength in numbers.
Perhaps, but eventually only one man can win win this tournament.
That's a problem for later. Right now, both men need victories.
And Barry Leonard has been carrying confidence lately after his interactions with Alexander.
Confidence is nice, but beating Arjun Ray is another matter entirely.
Arjun Ray is measuring him. The Arjun driver.
Oh, God.
And no, a 2 count. Barry Leonard survives.
Ray isn't finished. He wants the television title.
Barry got the knees up. And here we go. Barry Leonard is going up another gear, showing a new level. And Arjun Ray cannot keep up with Barry Leonard. Listen to this crowd.
Arjun Ray is in big trouble, Greg.
Barry's got the ankle lock applied. Ray is trapped. He's trying to crawl, but there is nowhere to go.
This is a travesty. Come on, Ray.
Ray taps, Ray taps.
You've got to be kidding me.
What a victory for Barry Leonard.
Arjun Ray had him beat after the Arjun driver.
But Barry Leonard refused to quit.
One mistake, that's all it took.
Barry Leonard advances in the television championship tournament.
Arjun Ray is going to be kicking himself after that one.
He had Barry Leonard in serious trouble, but Barry stayed composed and found an opening.
Here is your winner, Barry Leonard.
Barry Leonard has defeated Arjun Ray and is one step closer to championship gold.
Barry Leonard moves on and will face the winner of Yuri Shibata versus Lei Zhang, but we might see a potential Barry Leonard and Sokolov final matchup.
If you want me to pick a personal matchup, I'd like to see, for old time's sake, Sokolov versus Niles is an appealing matchup since Niles hasn't held MHW gold.
Arjun Ray, you lost again because you were alone. If you want that to change, find me.
Who was that? We've got something brewing here backstage. It looks like someone's about to head out. Jerome Sharp is here, and you can feel the tension building after what happened last week.
Tension, he's lucky King Client isn't the one walking through that curtain right now.
I got a question. What did Jerome Sharp do to King Klein? The only interaction they had was the MHW League qualifier where Jerome Sharp upset King Klein. Jerome Sharp looks different tonight.
Jerome Sharp is swimming with the sharks now. That's what happens when reality hits you in the mouth. He got embarrassed last time out, Greg.
He's still going to be calling out King Klein, right? This issue is far from settled.
Look at him. He doesn't even look like he knows why he's here.
I think he's confused more than anything. Hurt even.
Or exposed. There's a difference.
Jerome Sharp was in a competitive matchup for the MHW World title before King Klein showed up.
And still the MHW World Champion, Adam Ball. Come on, Greg.
Alright, I'm not even gonna lie, yeah. This whole thing don't make sense to me. Klein, bruv, what is your problem with me? I ain't even done nothing to you. Last time I come out here, you cost me the world title and had a stare down with Amy like it's some movie thing. I could've aired it out different, but I let it slide. I moved on. I ain't trying to cause trouble. I'm trying to build something different in MHW.
Oh no, don't tell me.
You knew this wasn't gonna stay peaceful.
Here come the 9-time drillers.
And they look like they didn't come out here to talk.
No hesitation at all, straight down that ramp like they've been waiting for this moment all night.
Yeah, and look at Jerome Sharp in the ring. He's standing his ground, but you can tell he's not exactly welcoming this situation.
That's the thing with this group. They don't pace themselves, they don't wait for permission, they just take over the space.
And after everything Jerome's been through lately, this is the last kind of pressure he needed.
Or maybe the exact kind of pressure that forces things to spill over.
Hold on. Before anybody starts running their mouth, let me introduce myself properly. My name is Tracy, and if you've been looking properly, you should already know exactly who I am.
Tracy's not making any fans.
Listen up, yeah. Let me make something real clear for you, Jerome. Don't stand there acting like you don't know who we are. Last show, you were all confused. Who's this? Who's that? Now look at you. We the 9-time drillers, and we didn't just turn up in MHW. We've been hearing your name. All this hype about Jerome Sharp, all this success story talk, yeah? That's why we're here. You put your name in the streets, so the streets came to you. And let's talk real, yeah? Amy, Megan, all of it. Don't act like you weren't flirting around backstage, yeah? Smiling at Megan like you forgot where you came from. And Amy, that girl gonna do you dirty, Jerome. I promise you that. You out here thinking you upgraded your life, but you just forgot your roots.
Nah. Don't do me like that. I moved on, yeah? I tried to move clean. You man came at me in the street first. I didn't ask for none of that. And now you want to talk like I owe you something? I don't want beef with none of you lot. None.
You don't want beef? Jerome, you will need us. Sooner or later, MHW gonna chew you up and spit you out. And when it does, you ain't got nobody. And that Amy girl, she the one that got us in here anyway. So maybe you should be asking yourself, who's really going behind your back?
You say Amy brought you here?
Good. Now you're finally listening. We don't go away, Jerome. We level up. And sooner or later, you're gonna realize we was always part of your story.
That just completely changes everything.
Or confirms what I already thought, that Jerome Sharp's past is catching up to him.
And if what Tracy just said is true about Amy,
then Jerome doesn't even know who he can trust anymore.
Well. Funny how things work out, isn't it? The 9-time Drillas didn't even blink at me tonight. No accusations, no problems, almost like I was right all along. Maybe I'm not the problem here. Maybe I was just the only one willing to say what everyone else was thinking about you, Amy.
Hey, you didn't prove anything. You just ran your mouth like you always do. I didn't do anything wrong, and I'll make sure Jerome knows that.
That's the thing, though. Sooner or later, all of this catches up with you. Every little decision, every little lie, every little misunderstanding. And when it does, Amy, you're gonna have to choose King Lion or Jerome Sharp. You won't be able to stand in the middle forever.
You're just bitter. That's all this is. You're not worried about truth. You're jealous. I'm even in Jerome's world in the first place.
Jealous? No, Amy. I'm entertained because I can already see it coming. You're about to make one massive mistake, and I can't wait to watch it happen.
People have been talking, saying you were seen near the area where Sokolov was attacked. That's a serious accusation.
I understand why they would say that, but I did not attack Sokolov. I came here to compete, not to destroy careers.
Then explain it, because witnesses are saying you were there when it happened.
I was nearby, yes. I saw movement. I heard chaos after the fact. But I did not see the attack itself. By the time I arrived, it was already done. Sokolov is a man I respect. What happened to him is not something I would ever take part in.
Some would say that sounds convenient, especially with your match against Zhang coming up next.
Let them say it. I cannot control rumors. Only my actions in the ring. Tonight, I face Lei Zhang in the first round of the tournament. If people want answers about me, they will get them in that ring, not in accusations outside it.
So you're walking into that match under suspicion and under pressure.
Good, pressure reveals the truth, and tonight I will show exactly who I am.
For years, Niles has been one of the most respected competitors in mixed honor wrestling. A fighter, a survivor, a wrestler who never needed shortcuts, never needed favors, and never needed excuses. But for all the respect he has earned, one thing has always escaped him: championship gold. Time and time again, Niles has stood on the doorstep of greatness. He has gone to war with some of the very best MHW has to offer. Battles with Samuel Katumba, hard-hitting encounters with Sokolov, and clashes with Lance Jones that came agonizingly close to changing everything. Close. So many times, Niles was close. But close has never been enough. Now the years are catching up. The locker room is younger. The competition is tougher. And opportunities are becoming harder to find. For many, this tournament is a chance to win a championship. For Niles, it may be the last chance. Just one more opportunity to chase the dream that has defined his entire career. One final run toward MHW gold. One final chance to turn respect into legacy.
The name is natural. The name is Niles.
first round tournament contest. Yuri Shibata takes on Lei Jang.
Two men with completely different approaches, but only one of them is moving on.
The winner meets Barry Leonard in the quarterfinals.
And neither of these guys wants their tournament ending tonight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Beijing, China, weighing in at 282 pounds, the Thunderstorm!
Here comes Thunderstorm Lei Jang.
One of the most intimidating athletes in MHW, 6'6", nearly 300 pounds, and every bit as dangerous as he looks.
Last week, Zhang and Arjun Ray came into the tournament with plenty of confidence.
Confidence isn't a problem for Zhang. The problem is results. Ray has already been eliminated tonight. Zhang can't afford to join him.
That alliance has been built on strength and dominance. If Zhang loses here, it'll be a rough night for that camp.
And if he wins, suddenly everybody starts wondering if this tournament belongs to him.
A championship would completely change Zhang's standing in MHW.
Forget standing. A title puts everybody on notice.
First things first, though, he has to get through Yuri Shibata tonight.
And that's easier said than done.
And now comes one of the most respected competitors in this company.
Respected doesn't win championships, Greg.
I don't enter to be seen. I enter to be remembered. Every single step I take in this life is the end of someone else's story.
And his opponent from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 228 pounds, Yuri Shibata.
Listen to this reaction for Yuri Shibata.
People love him, I'll give him that.
Yuri has quietly become one of the toughest competitors on the roster.
He's going to need every bit of that toughness against Zhang.
Yuri knows exactly what's at stake. A deep run in his tournament could define his career.
Or end with him getting flattened by a giant from Beijing.
Either way, Yuri never backs down from a challenge.
That's admirable. It's also dangerous.
Especially against someone like Lei Jang. One mistake against a man that size can end your night in a hurry.
That's why I think Yuri's got the tougher road here. Zhang only needs one opening.
Yuri knows that. He'll need to be faster, smarter, and more disciplined from the opening bell.
And if he isn't, we're about to watch Thunderstorm Lei Jang punch his ticket to the quarterfinals.
The atmosphere inside the MHW theater is electric right now.
Both men are ready. Let's find out who's moving on.
Everything is set.
One step closer to the television championship.
Lei Jang versus Yuri Shibata in the first round of the MHW Television Championship Tournament. And here we go. A place in the quarterfinals is on the line, and an opportunity to face Barry Leonard is up for grabs.
Either man wants Barry, they want the title.
Still, Barry Leonard has already punched his ticket and looked impressive doing it.
Whoever wins tonight is getting a very dangerous opponent.
Yuri and Payne scored a major victory over Zhang and Arjun Ray not long ago. That has to give Yuri confidence.
Confidence is one thing, beating Zhang twice is another.
And there's also the mystery surrounding that woman we saw approach Arjun Ray earlier tonight.
Interesting timing, isn't it? Ray loses and suddenly somebody's offering him something.
Whatever her intentions are, questions are beginning to fall. Cycle knee by Yuri.
Incredible.
Yuri looked for another knee and missed it. Zhang's going to hit the Zhang ding. Another cycle knee by Yuri.
Get up, Zhang. Get up.
Yuri drags him to the center of the ring.
We need a miracle.
Hooks the leg.
Ref, don't count. No. No. Damn.
So what a performance from Yuri Shibata.
Zhang had chances, but Yuri never stopped fighting.
2 cycle knees were enough to put away one of the biggest men in MHW.
And now the quarterfinals just became very interesting.
Here is your winner, Yuri
Shibata defeats Lei Zhang tonight in a very physical contest.
Yuri is one step closer to championship gold. It's gonna be Barry Leonard versus Yuri Shibata in the quarterfinals.
Barry Leonard entering the ring to congratulate Yuri.
A show of respect between two competitors.
Whoa!
Right now they are both thinking the same thing. Only one advances. That's Sokolov.
Wait a second. Codebreaker by Lance Jones.
Oh God.
Sokolov was watching the celebrations. Then the MHW television champion lays him out.
Next show, Lance Jones, the champion, faces Sokolov with the MHW television championship on the line in the quarterfinals. And Sokolov has got more than just a mystery attacker to worry about.
There you are, sitting on the ground like the fight already left you. Get up. Look at you, Thunderstorm Lei Zhang. All that size, all that power, and still waiting around for opportunities like everyone else in this company. You shouldn't be reacting to MHW. MHW should be reacting to you, and right now, they're not. I can change that. I can put you where you actually belong, where nobody overlooks you and nobody questions you, because something big is coming. Something this company is not ready for, and when it hits, you'll either be standing right at the center of it, or you'll be just another man who didn't see it coming. We will have it all.
Hey, Samuel. How's Diana holding up after that chair shot from Gloria at Crown or Collapse?
She's recovering. Slow, but she's strong. She'll be back. And honestly, I'm just glad Joseph's calming down, because if he goes after Hannibal again, things are gonna get ugly real quick. What about you? Since Diego's been gone, how you holding up?
Not great. It's been weird. Feels like I lost the one person I could actually laugh with in all this chaos.
Maybe you should send a tribute video to Samantha about the MHW World Champion.
Wait, what? Adam Ball's World Champion?
That's what I said. The MHW World Champion.
You know what? A tribute package might be perfect for next show.
Guys! I heard the news! I am sorry for both your losses.
No one died.
Right. Losses. Samuel, I am sorry about what I did to Diana. Nobody deserves that. And nobody's looked out for her the way you have. And Hernandez, I'm sorry about Diego Munoz being gone. Really. But in this place, people disappear. Hope neither of you end up next.
Gloria, you've changed.
I'm glad you think so. And I can't wait for you to see how much I've changed Hannibal in his match against Renee tonight.
God help us.
Excuse me, pardon me, I just need to get through.
ابتعد، لا تقف في طريقي.
It's just an elevator. I'm not trying to cause trouble.
أنت لا تفهم شيئا. هذه ليست طريقة التعامل معي. أنت وقح، عديم الاحترام، وتعتقد أن الجميع يجب أن يفسحوا لك الطريق. من أنت لتتحدث إلي هكذا؟ أنا المستقبل. أنت مجرد عقبة. لا تهرب. عد هنا. لن تنتهي هذه المحادثة.
Another first-round tournament match is up next.
And somebody's championship dream is about to end.
Listen to that reaction. The crowd knows exactly who's about to walk through that curtain.
And they should be standing. Hannibal Moore has become one of the most feared men in MHW.
Feared, certainly. Respected, that's a different conversation.
Respect is earned by results, Greg, and Hannibal keeps getting them.
Tonight he has a chance to move one step closer to the television championship.
It's scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Gloria! From Watford, Hertfordshire, England, weighing in at 277 pounds, Hannibal Moore!
Here comes one of the most dangerous men in MHW today, Hannibal Moore.
Dangerous, try unstoppable. Since Gloria came into his life, Hannibal's become even more ruthless.
That's one way to describe it. I'd say Gloria has encouraged some of the worst behavior we've seen in MHW.
Results are results, Greg. Hannibal doesn't care if people like him. He cares about winning.
And tonight is a huge opportunity. 4 wins and your television champion. And now we'll see what Renee can do against one of MHW's toughest tests.
Here is your winner, hailing from the City of Lights, Paris, France, the sensation, Renee!
Depuis toujours, mon rêve, c'est de devenir la star numéro 1 au monde.
And his opponent from Paris, France, weighing in at 243 pounds, the Diamond!
Here comes Renee now, and Evans Renee has quickly made an impression since arriving in MHW.
An impression he spent half the night arguing with Amaya over an elevator.
I don't think Renee was the one arguing.
Fair enough.
What I like about Renee is that he's fearless. He walks into MHW looking for competition, and tonight he's getting plenty of it.
Fearless and reckless are usually the same thing.
A win here changes everything. Suddenly you're one step closer to championship gold.
Or one step closer to an HR driver from Hannibal Moore.
Renee has the athleticism to shock people.
Athleticism won't matter if Hannibal gets his hands on him.
That's easier said than done. Renee's movement and agility could create problems for a man Hannibal's size.
Or it could just make him a faster target.
Either way, we're about to find out if Renee can pull off the biggest win of his MHW career so far.
If Renee doesn't show us something, this tournament run ends before it ever gets started.
Both men ready. Let's find out who's advancing. Hannibal Moore versus Renee in the first round of the MHW TV Championship Tournament. This feels like a clash of completely different personalities. Renee arrived looking to make a name for himself while Hannibal seems focused on destruction.
Destruction wins championships.
Hannibal and Gloria have left a trail of enemies behind them over the last few months.
And yet they're still standing. That's what matters.
For Renee, a tournament run could establish him instantly in MHW.
For Hannibal, anything less than the championship should be considered failure.
Well, right now, Hannibal is dominating and is looking to finish this match now.
Greg, we might be having an early night tonight if this finishes now.
HR driver, it's over.
Babe, I'm coming home early.
No, Renee survives. He kicked out the HR driver.
How?
The resilience of Renee keeping him alive in this tournament.
Greg, what is going on? This was a sanctioned squash match. A warm-up for Hannibal to prepare for the next round.
Well, Renee didn't read the script. Swanton bomb by Renee.
No! Good God.
A 2 count. Hannibal kicks out. Renee nearly had him, but Hannibal is going for the pile driver. Renee is finished.
That'll do it. You know something? The referee may have saved Renee's career.
Hannibal wins and establishes himself as a threat in this tournament.
This win shows why Hannibal Moore is the favorite to win this entire tournament.
Renee pushed him to the limit, but in the end, Hannibal found a way.
A huge victory.
And another difficult night for Renee.
Amaya screeching in his ear didn't help tonight.
Here's your winner, Hannibal Moore.
Look at Gloria. She knows exactly how important this win is.
Hannibal advances, but the road only gets tougher from here.
Hannibal now awaits the winner of Niles and Wonder Kid Gibson, and neither one should be celebrating after watching that.
Wait a second, that's Omar Bijan.
This is what happens when you piss off a lady, and Omar is going to make an example out of Renee.
We need help. Wait a minute, listen to this crowd. Joseph Wright is here.
Business is about to pick up.
Joseph Wright is firing rates at Omar. Joseph knocks him down. Joseph Wright is on fire, and Joseph sends him out of the ring.
Damn!
Joseph Wright saves Renee tonight, but he has 2 upcoming problems. Omar Bijan in the tournament, and the one he wants to end most, Hannibal Moore.
These 2 men have unfinished business, and this has been going on for a very long time now. Maybe in the final we we will get Joseph Wright versus Hannibal Moore for the MHW television title.
I need you to listen to me properly this time.
No, I've heard enough already. You brought them into MHW, the 9-time drillers, and you never told me.
Because I knew you'd react like this.
React like what? Like I don't want people from that life around me anymore?
It's not that simple.
It is simple. I left that behind me, Amy.
You think you left it behind you, but it never left you, Jerome.
So explain it then. Go on.
I brought them here because I had to.
You had to?
You don't understand what happened back then between you and them.
Don't start rewriting history.
It wasn't just some drill-ass problem, Jerome. You know what started it? You were involved with someone who was already tied to them. And in their world, that wasn't nothing.
So they jumped me for that?
It escalated fast.
And you brought them here anyway?
Because if I didn't, someone else would have.
That don't make it right.
I wasn't trying to restart it, Jerome. I was trying to control it.
Control it? You brought the fire into the building and called it protection.
I tried to stop it from burning you worse than it already did.
So what is this really about, Amy? What do you want from me?
Nothing except for you to understand why I did it. And maybe not look at me like I'm the enemy.
Right now, you don't feel like my enemy. You feel like my biggest problem.
Then let me fix it.
Next week, you fix one thing.
What?
King Klein. He gets in that ring with me, face to face.
Jerome, not yet. Because if he tells you everything the wrong way, you won't just hear it, you'll explode.
Then make sure he talks carefully, because if King Klein tries to embarrass me or twist my name, I don't care what history we got. I'm putting him down where he stands.
Funny seeing you here, Payne. Still standing, still talking like you belong in this building.
I've been here long enough to remember when you had that title runs. Back when everybody thought you were untouchable.
Untouchable? No. I was just honest. I didn't ask for respect. I took it.
And I was the guy you kept knocking down, trying to prove it.
And you kept getting back up. I'll give you that.
So tell me something. Why are you so focused on Jerome Sharp?
Because he keeps acting like the past doesn't exist. And people like that need reminding. Also, it's funny seeing you involved with Yuri Shibata.
Yeah.
After everything that happened in the MHW League, Diego Munoz, embarrassing you, chaos everywhere. You go and align yourself with him.
Because I stopped trying to do it all alone. I put my ego to the side. And you know what you will learn soon. You keep poking Jerome like this. Eventually, he's just gonna swing. And it will hurt.
Well, from one man to a king, I look forward to it.
It's main event time. One more spot remains in the quarterfinals of the MHW Television Championship Tournament. Two fan favorites, two very different journeys.
And one opportunity neither can afford to waste.
Listen to this reaction for Niles.
People love a good underdog story, don't they?
For years, Niles has been one of the most respected competitors in MHW. Great matches, unforgettable moments, but one thing has always escaped him.
Championship gold.
Exactly. He's challenged for titles, he's pushed champions to their limits, but he's never been able to take that final step.
And eventually that starts eating away at you.
Standing opposite him is one of the brightest young stars in MHW.
And maybe the future of this company.
Here comes Wonder Kid Gibson.
Athletic, fearless, and always one move away from stealing a match.
And his opponent from Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 205 pounds,
Wonder Kid Gibson has been closely linked with Samuel Katumba Hernandez Jr. and Jeremiah through all the chaos surrounding the office over the last year. But tonight will be a defining moment in his career as he has a chance to get closer to MHW Gold.
And that's exactly why he can't afford to let the moment get bigger than the match.
Gibson has all the ability in the world, speed, athleticism, heart, but now he needs results.
Potential doesn't win championships, Greg. Everybody talks about what Gibson could become.
The final first round match.
One survives, one goes home.
A thrilling contest is in store. The Natural Niles versus Wonder Kid Gibson. And here we go. Both men know what it's like to sit on the sidelines after an early tournament exit. And you can feel how important this is tonight. For Niles, this could be his last realistic opportunity to win MHW gold.
That's exactly why I don't like his chances. Pressure does strange things.
Maybe, but Niles has spent years carrying disappointment and still showing up.
Showing up isn't the same as winning.
No, but perseverance matters.
Tell that to the record books.
Meanwhile, Gibson represents the next generation.
The kid has talent, I'll give him that.
And he's grown alongside Samuel Katumba, Hernandez Jr. and Jeremiah during some of the most turbulent periods in MHW history.
A lot of distractions.
Or valuable experience.
The television championship changes everything for either man.
For Gibson, it validates his potential.
For Niles, it finally validates an entire career.
That's what makes this matchup so fascinating. One man trying to prove he's the future,
and one man trying to prove his best days aren't behind him.
Neither competitor can afford a mistake here.
Because opportunities like this don't come around very often. Niles is finally warmed up, Greg.
Niles is picking up the tempo now. He is showing traits of his vintage self as he picks up Gibson for a huge body slam.
Vintage Niles right there, and Gibson has slowed down.
Niles is heading to the top.
Oh!
Niles has missed. Gibson rolled out of the way.
Here we go.
Phoenix splash.
Hover.
No, 2 count. Niles kicks out.
How did Niles survive that? Oh no.
Gibson is not stopping. Running knee connects.
Niles is in serious trouble.
Another Phoenix splash is coming. Niles got the knees up.
Incredible.
Both men are scrambling. Huge clothesline by Niles.
The veteran is feeling it now.
This is no veteran Evans. This is the Natural Niles from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, who is about to hit a sweet chin music.
He's done it.
Gibson survives.
Unreal.
This classic might go on all night. The Natural Niles, Wonder Kid Gibson, what a contest.
Gibson just got a second win.
Niles got caught. Niles got caught.
Niles didn't have the strength.
Niles reverses.
Damn.
Niles has done it. What a match.
That's veteran instinct right there.
Wonder Kid Gibson pushed him to the absolute limit.
And honestly, Gibson may be wondering what else he had to do to win.
The Phoenix splash nearly ended it. The running knee nearly ended it. Gibson threw everything he had at Niles tonight.
But one split-second reversal changed the entire match.
That's experience. Niles stayed alive and stayed composed.
The Natural Niles!
Listen to this crowd celebrating with Niles.
One step closer to championship gold, which he's chased his entire career.
And now it's official. Niles will face Hannibal Moore in the quarterfinals. And in Niles' case, the perfect final for him would be beating Lance Jones.
And we're not done yet tonight. Still to come, Detective J and Samantha finally come face to face.
Don't go yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, earlier tonight we learned Detective J has made progress in his investigation into the attack on Sokolov. Joining us now are MHW General Manager Samantha and Detective J himself. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Megan. Samantha, ladies first.
No, Detective, because if I speak first, you'll spend the next 10 minutes trying to trap me into saying something I shouldn't. So go ahead, but keep it professional.
Professional is exactly why I'm here. Over the past several weeks, I've been reviewing MHW records, witness statements, archived footage and communications relating to individuals connected to Sokolov. One name repeatedly surfaced: The Office. What interested me was not who was in the office. It was when the office first became relevant to law enforcement records. Prior to Sokolov defeating King Client for the MHW World Championship, there are virtually no references to the office. Afterward, However, the group became impossible to ignore. Records indicate that at various points the office consisted of Sokolov, Alexander, King Clion, Adam Ball, Henry Miles for a brief period, yourself, Amy.
Everybody already knows that.
Us, perhaps. This is for people who have tuned in over the last couple of weeks and were not well informed by your programming. But what they may not remember is when tensions first appeared. When the MHW Tag Team Championships were active, Sokolov and Alexander challenged the untamable Samoans. During that contest, you became heavily involved. The match ended in controversy. A brawl followed. The situation became so severe that the Tag Team Championships were ultimately discontinued.
And your point?
My point is that from that moment onward, internal disagreements within the office become significantly easier to identify, particularly between yourself and Sokolov.
That's ridiculous.
Is it? Because multiple sources describe your relationship with Sokolov as extremely close. Yet at the same time, there appears to have been disagreement regarding the future of the MHW World Championship and how Sokolov's reign would eventually end.
You're making assumptions.
No, I'm following evidence, which brings me to the night of the attack. Many people have asked why this investigation began in the first place. The answer is simple. Local authorities received an anonymous phone call from somebody present at the scene.
Hold on, it wasn't one of my agents that called the police?
No, at the time they didn't want to reveal themselves. However, earlier this evening, that individual contacted me directly. What I can tell you is this. The witness claims to have information regarding the attack on Sokolov, and they have informed me of their intention to reveal themselves, even if doing so results in the termination of their MHW contract.
Wait, they're on the roster?
Yes.
Cut this now. End the show. End the show right now.